Queensland MP Ken O'Dowd fears jobs will go unless an agreement can be struck before the end of the month. He joined me in the studio a little earlier on today. Ken O'Dowd, why do you think your own minister should essentially back down and do a deal on the renewable energy target?
I don't think the minister should back down. He's already moved his goalposts 3 times in these negotiations with the Labor Party. I think it's high time the Labor Party back down and come and see it our way.
But you want a deal regardless, though. You don't mind who does the backing down. You just want this done.
Well, I want a deal for our industries, especially in the city of Gladstone, the aluminium industry. They're paying $80 million a year, and Boyne Smelter, which is in my electorate, it's paying $25 million a year. And I've been talking to them. They've been talking to the Minister Macfarlane, and we don't want to see it go on past the end of this month.
As you said, at the end of this month, the aluminium sector is going to have to pay quite a lot of money if a deal isn't struck. How many jobs are you worried that will go in your electorate?
Well, at least 1,000 jobs, plus the onshore jobs that not directly employed, but outside Boyne Island. There's a lot of contractors, etc., who rely on the Boyne Smelter.
The Industry Minister says his offer of 32,000 gigawatt hours is final. Labor's not budging either. It wants a higher target than that. Have you spoken with the Minister, and given that this standoff has been going for a while now, is there any realistic chance of a deal?
You know, we're not moving away from the 45,000 gigawatts per hour. That's what we agreed to originally, back when. That's what we want to stick to now. We're not changing the 45,000 gigawatts per hour issue. It's made up of 13 plus the 32. And that's why the Minister, and I tend to agree with him, that 32 is the cut-off.
If that's the cut-off, though, are you willing to not get a deal and to have jobs go in your electorate? Or would you rather see a compromise done by the government so that those jobs don't go?
That would be a bit of pill to swallow, losing jobs in my electorate. But I think the Minister does raise a point. He has tried to negotiate this through, but when the opposition Labor say they're not prepared to negotiate, that leaves you in a vulnerable position.
Are there other government backbenchers in seats around the country that you've spoken to that feel much the same way as you on this issue?
Well, we had 25 politicians across all factors of the National Party and the Liberal Party, and that they have my concerns. We know the aluminium industry is under pressure, and they want to see everything that we can to resolve the issue. And we are prepared to negotiate. And as I said before, the Minister's already moved the goalpost 3 times. How much can a koala bear?
Okay, you sit in the Nationals party room,
yes,
and you're speaking out today. Several of your colleagues have also been speaking out on issues like food labels, crocodile hunting, even families policies. Why is that?
I think we won't ever say. It's what our constituents tell us that interests them, and what interests them interests us. And food labelling. After you've seen what happened with the blueberry situation, they were concerned. A lot of people thought that we already had the problem fixed. Obviously, we haven't. We've got to take more measures in and get it right.
Do you think, though, that the Liberal Party, your Liberal Party colleagues, haven't been perhaps taking the Nationals' concerns as seriously? It seems interesting that so many of your colleagues are now speaking publicly on these issues, and sometimes they're at odds with senior people in the government.
I don't think so. I think we got to stand up for what our constituents have, and I think that's always been the case. But maybe it's just come a time where we've got to enforce those beliefs, because, as you know, if we haven't got our constituents behind us, we're not there.
So you think that this recent spate of National Party people speaking up is essentially just because the constituents want that?
Well, while we're in government, we're in a position to do something about it. If we're not in government, we can't.
Ken O'Dowd, thanks very much for joining Capitol Hill.
Thank you very much.